The last thing I want to do as a Jey Uso fan, admittedly so, because I've grown to like the guy in the past few years as a character on TV. But this right here, what CM Punk did after Jey Uso botched the swinging neck breaker, which that has never happened before. No one has ever botched the swinging neck breaker every time Punk would execute it. But for some reason, Jey Uso decided that he was not going to go along with the move. And for his troubles, he got kicked in the head by Punk, which I don't blame him. I would have done the exact same thing because we're having a world heavyweight title match on the main event. Get your effing head in the game. Okay, we are the main event. We got to send these people home happy, making them feel like they saw an excellent match, which they probably didn't, and give these people's monies and give them their money's worth because they pay a bucket load of cash to come to these shows. And they didn't come and pay their hard-earned money to see Jey Uso, someone they really love. Jey Uso, massively popular. They didn't come all this way to pay money to see Jey shit the bed in the ring. And that's exactly what he did in this match. Now, that was probably just one botch. But the botch isn't really the issue. Jey has been very lazy in the ring. And this is why I say that Jimmy Uso is the better wrestler. And he has proven to be a better worker than his twin brother. These past few months, Jey Uso has been off his game. He's been lazy. He's gotten lazier in the ring. And I think it's a cardio issue, in my opinion. I think dude's cardio is lacking. And he needs to cut down whatever he is doing that's causing him to be lazy in the ring, which could be, drinking. I don't know. But I ain't going to tell the dude how to live his life. But for the sake of being on point as an athlete in the ring, you got to be at your best at all times, especially if you're in the main event. And if you're in these main event matches, you're expected to put on the best quality matches every single time you're out there. Jey Uso is no longer a tag team wrestler. No longer is he a mid-carder. But if he keeps this laziness inside the ring, going through the motions, not matching up to the standard in the ring, if he keeps having these lazy cluster fucks of matches, right? Subpar matches, subpar performances, I wouldn't be surprised if he's demoted back to the mid-card. And literally when Jey and Jimmy were reuniting back in August, I thought to myself, wow, it seems to me that they're demoting Jey back to the tag team division or something. That's what I originally thought. Why they put Jimmy back with Jey, because they figured out that Jey Uso just ain't cutting it for the main event scene. He's not putting on the performances that they're expecting him to put on. And his matches have just been lazy. Straight up. So I'm proposing this, right? Jey Uso should go on a vacation, at least for a month, right? Get his head straight. Maybe put the bottle down. Lean up a little bit. Put on some muscle. Slim down a little bit. Get himself together, because I don't want to see Jey Uso fumbling inside the ring. I like Jey Uso. I want to cheer for him. I want to support him. And I think he has deserved, and well, not deserved, but he's earned his run in the main event scene. He is still massively over no matter what. Kids are still going to like him. People are still going to be chanting yeet, buy his t-shirts, and all that. But the people that say Jimmy Uso is the better twin, the better wrestler, they're going to catch a lot of strays. Why? Because they love Jey so much. But they're not wrong. Jimmy is the better wrestler of the two, a better talker. It's just Jey caught more fire than Jimmy did during the Bloodline saga. But the reality is, when you watch Jimmy in the ring, he is more fun to watch. To me, he's put on better matches. I think his matches over on SmackDown that he was having when he was going solo were underrated. I was really enjoying his matches on SmackDown. And I thought, okay, Jimmy is progressing more than Jay is. Like Jay was progressing in the first 2 years of being in a solos run. Okay, he's always shown improvement, but I think some way, sometime down the line, he lost that passion, he lost that fire, and it's sad to see him losing that passion, that fire, because you can clearly tell something's off when he got that rocket strapped to him during WrestleMania season, because that's where it really began, was when he won the world title from Gunther, and he just hasn't been the same. When he won the Intercontinental Championship, Jay was progressing. Jay was fun to watch in the ring. He had more fire, more drive, more ambition, but it died down once he won the World Heavyweight Championship, and even after he lost the title, that ambition has diminished. So my question is, what the hell is going on with Jey Uso? Why isn't he having that same ambition, that same drive? Because when you're on top, you got to still keep that same ambition. You still got to keep that same drive. You can't get complacent. That's why Punk did what he did. He wanted to lit a fire under Jay. There was a part during the match where Punk got a water bottle and he doubts Jay with the water bottle, poured water on him to like basically signaling, like, get your shit together, dude. We're in the main event. Okay, we can't have you botching moves and everything. Like, I ain't gonna stand for that. CM Punk is the veteran. CM Punk was not going to tolerate that from Jay. So I thought that was a good move from Punk. You know, some people will say, well, why did Punk do that? Punk was being unprofessional. Shut up. Okay. Punk was doing what any veteran would have done to someone that's just now coming up in the main event scene. Someone who's not carrying his weight. Well, he's going to make them carry their weight because we're out here putting on a match for the audience. They're paying their hard-earned money, right, to see us wrestle, to see us go at it. So we're going to give them a show. But if you're underperforming, I'm going to do what I got to do to make sure you get your ass back on track. And Punk is just one of those type of guys. He don't care what anyone thinks about him. He's going to, lit a fire under your ass. And he's not scared to do it. So, yeah, I think Jay should get a vacation, take a break, get his stuff together, because like I said, dude has been very lazy inside the ring and something just ain't clicking. Something just ain't clicking. I don't know what it is. You would think Roman Reigns giving him that pep talk would have helped, but no. Because what I've seen is Jay regressing this past year. 2025, dude has regressed. The first 2 years of him being in a solo competition, he's excelled. But once he won that world title, it's like he just lost all his mojo. He's no longer the same. He's been the Yeet Master. I mean, not Yeet Master, Yeet Mascot. He ain't main event Jey Uso. So from a character standpoint, he has not been the same. And from a wrestling standpoint, he's been complacent, lackluster, underwhelming. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I really didn't want to make this video, but it's got to be said. It's got to be said. Jey Uso has been lazy. Jey Uso just ain't cutting it right now. He's been lackluster and ultra complacent. So let me know what y'all think down below.